I
do all the cooking now. Tell me how I get fed.
have to do all the cooking myself.
Alright, cool. Let's get into it. Alright, so what we're going to do, obviously while Adrian's cutting up, I'm just going to recap on nutrition, okay? So, let's have a quick recap. So the three major food groups, can we name them?
They're right there.
Name them, I think we can put them up there for you, no?
Protein.
Fats, what sort of fats?
Omega-3.
Omega-3, cool. How many sources of carbohydrates are there?
2.
What are they?
Low and high.
Low and high energy.
Energy carbohydrates. Low and high energy carbohydrates. So first class protein, so just a quick recap. So this is pretty much the most viable source of protein. It has to have all amino acids required by human physiology. Okay, so most of them do, most of your animal proteins and all that sort of stuff do. And has less than 10 grams of fat per 100 grams of weight. So unfortunately that's where things like bacon sort of miss out. While they have the amino acid profile that is correct, they have a little bit more fat than 10 grams to 100 grams of weight. Okay? So, as a rule of thumb, to make it really, really simple, the most common ones that people use are chicken, beef, lamb, turkey, kangaroo, eggs, fish and seafood, all natural yogurts, cottage cheese, and whey protein powders. So pretty much, if you had one of those things in every meal, you'd be playing it pretty safe. You'd get that right, you'd be getting protein in at every meal. Yeah? Cool? Alright, carbohydrates. So like we said last week, there's two classifications. There's low energy, and these need to be consumed in high amounts at every meal. So what's an example of some low energy carbohydrates?
Spinach.
Broccoli.
Yep.
Apples.
Yep.
All fruit except bananas, right?
Yep.
Cool. Because they eat a lot.
Anything else?
Is corn low?
Veggies.
Veggies, yeah. And then we have high energy carbohydrates and pretty much to be consumed after exercise in our metabolic window. Yeah? Are we keeping you awake,
No, sorry.
Brendan, is corn low or high?
Low.
Okay.
Alright, so here's some low energy carbohydrates. Apples, berries, kiwi fruit, oranges, pears, avocado, peach, plum, grapes, apricot, watermelon, grapefruit, tomato, capsicum, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, carrots, cauliflower, corn, cucumber, green beans, mushrooms, peas, pumpkin, zucchini, asparagus, beetroot, kidney beans, baked beans, broad beans, mung beans, green beans, all peas, chickpeas, and nuts.
Yeah.
That's like the perfect diet right there.
My biggest frustration is people say, I don't know what to eat.
I don't like any of them. Do you get that one next? No?
Yeah.
Make a burger.
Usually I've got girls say that a lot more. Oh, no.
You could make a burger from chickpeas and have
There's so much different food on there. Like, it's insane that you can never say, I don't know what to eat. It's just, you got the blinkers on, okay, and you're not opening up to the possibilities of how many fruits, vegetables, and leaves there actually are. Okay?
Why do we specify organic fat there?
Hey?
Why do we specify organic fat there?
Organic. You find that the organic ones have far less sugars and that added into it. So there's a Coles brand. Yeah, Coles brand have an organic range. Maybe an extra 30 cents or something. Just check, grab like the SPC baked beans and the Coles organic, and there's a huge variation in sugar.
What kind of beans are they? What kind of beans are in the baked beans?
Hey?
Do you know what kind of beans they are?
Navy beans.
Navy beans. I never had those actually.
So, low energy carbohydrates, get the blinkers off, go to a really good fruit and vegetable shop rather than Coles or Safeway, because Coles or Safeway sort of stock the stock standard ones. If you go to the fruit and veg shop in Churnside Park, or go to somewhere like Dandenong or somewhere like that, or some Asian style fruit and veg shop, you'll notice how much different varieties of fruit and vegetables there actually are floating around there. 300 years ago, that's all we used to eat. We didn't have an opportunity to get nappies. We didn't have an opportunity to get a muesli bar. We didn't have an opportunity to get muffins. They just weren't there, so we ate that sort of food that our bodies meant to eat. Make sense? Alright, high energy carbohydrates. So, standard ones, and these are the ones that I highly recommend. So your whole grain bread, okay, try and stick to your whole grain, just a little bit more fibrous. To tell you the truth, a lot of clients along the journey, they've always said to me that one of the biggest things that got me the best results was when I just totally axed bread out of my diet. I hear it all the time, when I just totally axed it out, it made a huge impact. A lot of people struggle with it though, because bread just creates meals so easily. So easily. So it's something to have a think about. Pasta, whole grain recommended. Rice, obviously brown rice over white. Rolled oats, potato, sweet potato, and banana and quinoa. So if you stuck to those 7 things inside your metabolic window, so post-workout, you're going to get great results through there. Those should be things through there. Big fan of rolled oats. Make sense? Cool. And then fat, particularly omega-3. So someone mentioned, it might have been you, Andrew, that said, oh, omega-6 is the bad fat, or something like that. I might be mistaken. But I don't want to say omega-6 is bad, like nothing's bad, okay? But for most Australian diets, like I said last week, there's typically a much higher ratio of omega-6 to omega-3. Even if you didn't think about how should I eat fats, you probably already eat enough omega-6 fat as there is already, okay? So just need to think about omega-3s. So typically all deep sea fish, and the cool thing about deep sea fish, I know a lot of people on the Facebook group, oh, they don't like fish, but the cool thing about deep sea fish is you don't just get your omega-3, you get your protein content from it as well. So you're hitting two birds with one stone, realistically. And like Mediterranean diets, okay, so there's some research being suggesting that people that live in Mediterranean areas tend to live a lot longer with a lot less sort of cancers and diabetes and stuff like that, and it's typically been put to the fact that they have such a high amount of omega-3 in their diet because they live so heavily from the sea, okay? So, flaxseed oil, what are they? Yeah, that's flax meal. So seeds or flax meal is flax seeds. Okay. Cod liver oils, fish oil capsules, spinach, lettuce, and cabbage are also good sources of omega-3 fats from your vegetables as well. Once again, they hit 2 birds with one stone.
How much spinach do I need to eat to get a serve of omega-3?
Oh, look, I'd be eating a solid handful.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be having one leaf. Done.
No, that's easier. I eat spinach every day.
Alright, so quick rundown guys before we start. Should I hit that up?
Yep, hit it up. Stick it on about 3.
3?
Yeah, 3's
Cool.
good.
3. So quick rundown guys. Everything we're about to run through now, you should know this, okay? If you don't know this, take it in. These are the key important parts of the program. If I had to give you a dot point, okay? This is how we go. 6 meals a day. 38 out of 42 meals guarantees results. 38 out of 42 guaranteed. Anything under that, I can't guarantee it. Cannot guarantee it. Like I said last time or last Thursday night, I tend to see when people get it about 50% right, they start to see some results. Okay, so about halfway. But I can't guarantee that. Metabolic window lasts for 3 hours when training commences. Okay, 2 meals are to be included within the metabolic window. No calories from our fluids. Adhere to all food groups to create a metabolic precise meal.
Can you go back? Because I've got
These people.
Actually, I want a photo as well.
sorry, I wasn't at that other one because I haven't joined yet, so
Wait, I'm taking a photo too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You going to post this or present it?
I'm filming it. Yeah. We're on camera.
Okay, I'm
Also,
good.
Alright, got the photo? Got the photo. Alright, cool. So, meal plan. This is pretty much what we're going to create. So we're going to pretend like we're creating a solid day's worth of food, okay? But the cool thing is with the main meals we're making, I tend to make, for the lads, maybe 3 meals, for the girls, 4 to 5 meals. Obviously the guys naturally have to eat a little bit more than the girls. So, first meal is going to create boiled eggs with 2 pieces of fruit and 2 omega-3 capsules. I'm going to pretend to boil eggs because clearly, if you don't know how to boil eggs, come see me afterwards. I'll send you a YouTube video. Alright.
This is a stupid question, but when you say 2 fruits,
2 pieces of fruit.
so like a whole orange, a whole apple.
Yeah. Look, you could have 2 apples if you wanted to have 2 apples.
No, yeah, but not 2 strawberries.
But not 2 strawberries. Through there.
Just
So we're going to create boiled eggs, we're going to meal 2s, tin of mackerel, 2 pieces of fruit, chili con carne with a CK salad. Adrian's on the CK salad now. We're going to create a very, very liquid meal. We'll redo it, we've already done it once. We're going to make sand choy bao for dinner, and then we're going to have yogurt, berries and flax meal for dinner. Alright, smart person will take a photo of that. That's a solid day's worth of food. If you ate like that every day, you would get nothing but amazing results. Makes sense? Alright, before we get started, like this little treat, everything we're cooking on here also comes as a recipe, so take one pass of more. More. So the first thing is, how hard boiled eggs, 2 fruits, 2 omega-3 capsules. What do I have to do to make that happen? Not a hell of a lot. There, have you got omega-3 caps, 2 boiled eggs, that's breakfast done. You boil your eggs at the start of the week, there's maybe 10 boiled eggs sitting there ready to go. Feel like you want to say something?
No, I have a question about the fish oil salad.
Yeah.
Is there too many? Can you take too many?
If you had 1 to 2 at every meal, if you weren't getting your omega-3 from food, that would be fine.
Okay.
Remember how many grams of omega-3 a day we suggested if you were omega-3 deficient?
It was like 60 grams.
60 grams. So in this cap here,
They're very low, though.
yeah, so you got 1 gram of omega-3. Doesn't really say.
Yeah, they're very low,
Oh, so this has got 300 milligrams per 1 capsule. So this is pretty low. Once again, spend a bit of time on making sure you get the right fish oil capsule. How much omega-3 is that per serving?
How much omega-3 does black cat? This is so good. Sorry.
No, just this,
Oh yeah,
so that's 1 gram.
1,000 milligrams is 1 gram. So that's a very good omega-3. Okay. So spend a little bit extra and get a good quality omega-3 because you want to have by the time you have so many omega-3s because you got the cheaper one, it's probably cheaper getting the more expensive one. I like the old saying, the poor man pays twice. So that's breakfast done. Pretty easy. About the same time, if not less, than toast, muffins, and cereal. About the same. So that's meal 1. Meal 2, we create mackerel, tin of tuna, 2 pieces of fruit. So this is where our 6-pack bag starts to come in handy because we get things prepared and ready to go. So first thing here is, put your hand up if you don't like mackerel. Keep your hand up if you've tried mackerel. Keep your hand up if you haven't tried mackerel.
What?
Okay. That was confusing. So look, I'm a massive fan of mackerel. I can't sell it. No one seems wants to get on board with you with mackerel. Fantastic. How easy is it to get with protein when you just grab it like that? And it's super high quality, super healthy for you. Obviously you've got tuna and stuff like that. But, okay, it's in the morning, pretty tired, so pack my morning snack, so I can throw this up the top in here. So you've got the mackerel, tin of tuna, because I weigh 100 kilos and I have to have 3 tins of tuna. That can go on the side there. Boom, 2 meals of the day already done. How hard is that? Pretty easy? Yeah, can be done. But it can only be done because this little bag here is fantastic. Alright, so what's the third meal? Chili con carne. So let's start cooking. So I got the recipe on there. Who's had chili con carne before? Cool. Probably one of the easiest healthy recipes there ever was. I'll do you a favour, I'm not going to put any chili in it. But I would typically have it super chili.
You just use chili powder, Brendan?
Sorry?
Just chili powder?
Yeah, I like my chili con carne. I have chili flakes, chili powder, fresh chilies, and then the hottest taco chili sauce as well.
So it's pretty much just a straight
That sounds
chili.
amazing.
Yeah, I devour chili. Love it. Obviously you can just, like it doesn't have to be chili, if you don't like chili, just have con carne, like don't put any chili in it, like it's pretty simple.
It can just be any meaty protein
That's
sauce,
all
right?
up on cooking.
It can just be any meaty protein sauce, right? It doesn't have to be mixed beef.
Yeah, so I trick people. What do you want, mate?
Do you need capsicum for the central chili or the chili con carne?
We need capsicum and carrot for the central out. Yeah, but the carrot will probably be a little common. Yeah, I've tricked people and not said anything and put kangaroo mince as a chili con carne, not said a word, no one said anything. I thought that was really nice chili con carne, no one said anything.
It doesn't really taste any different, except it's like...
That's talk
So I
up.
was just saying it tastes the same, it's just
It does.
softer.
It really does.
I'm
You
thinking
can
of
put chicken mince, turkey mince, beef mince, kangaroo mince into it. So you can change it up each time you have a meal.
Trying to do them then, what about them?
Alright,
And I
so
have this like brown light. You can get eggs without having eggs, so I just like...
now this is not workout day. Not workout day. So let's say you did say 11 AM workout. So this chili con carne becomes your first meal. What would you do to it to make it a post-workout meal?
Add rice.
Add rice to it?
Have it on a bread roll.
No. Oh, you could. You could.
Like sloppy joe.
Like pizza wrap.
It'd be weird.
Yum.
I would put rice in it. I would definitely put rice in it. You know what though, if it works, it works. Like,
Shepherd's pie.
Like diced potatoes. That secret sauce.
Yeah, it does.
I'm just turned off by it's not that heavy.
You could have it there.
Except for the corner, I really like the
so typically, this will probably create for the girls 4 or 5 meals, and for the guys probably create 3 meals. So, yeah.
most of the things is really easy to digest, so much high protein mushroom. That one would be easy. And two, I'd probably be cheaper.
Good guys.
About it all the time. She's cooking it.
That's really
It's not bad, but
So let that simmer for
Could you get a
Yeah, but see, that's my problem when I got it. I used to put easy mouth I made cakes from scratch. Now it's like, oh, I'm just start studying.
Like, obviously, that's why it's gonna keep
I'm just waiting for you to do that. Here's one you prepared earlier.
Should have done that.
You should have, because you can
And this
see
is
how
what it
it
looks like at the end.
looks after.
I don't want to give you a false sense of So then what we'll do, while that's brewing, we'll do a second smoothie. So I put a berry one up there. Berry gets done so often, so I thought I'd do one different and do a pineapple one, yeah? And then what I might do...
Pineapple's not too high in sugar.
No, it's low energy carbohydrates. Low energy. So don't be one of those people that's like, oh, that fruit's too high in sugar. No fruit's too high in sugar.
Is it because it's sugar and not starch, like in bananas it's high starch? Is that what it makes it?
No. The reason why, I think I put this to someone on Facebook yesterday, was the reason why we have bananas and sweet potato out inside the window. For most people that are starting this, okay, tend to be overweight. Now what's happening, due to getting overweight, have become very sensitive to carbohydrates. The second they enter the body, they're like, boom, they grab them. Okay, they're very, very sensitive. So what tends to happen is by eating this way with a lot of low energy carbohydrates and that, it reduces that carbohydrate sensitivity, okay? And then over time, your body will then become okay at eating bananas and potatoes and stuff like that because you have that less sensitivity.
So, I mean, would you eat bananas outside the window? Like someone who's been doing this?
You would recommend, it's recommended when someone's done 12 weeks, perfect metabolic precision, their metabolism should be good enough to then be able to eat potato bananas.
Okay.
Cool?
That makes sense.
So that's our meal prep. Let's pop that here. So then the next thing, and what I might do, is because what did we suggest in the second meal of the metabolic window? How do we suggest to have it?
Oh, with
This is 2 meals of
high
metabolic
energy
window.
carbohydrates.
Obviously you take it in. So there's 2 meals in the metabolic window, yeah? Yeah, 1 to 2 hours after training, we have a second meal. Okay, what did I recommend for that second meal? Because we're probably pretty full.
You have
Have a liquid meal. Okay, so that means we need to put some form of high energy carbohydrate into a smoothie.
That means I'm doing it right. Also, like 2 hours later, I'm having a shake.
Yeah, you put high energy carbs in it?
It's got
You're putting high energy carbohydrates in it?
yes. Yes, I am.
No.
This person's
Yeah. Alright, so what are we going to use as a high energy carbohydrate? What's a good one? We're going to put a potato in it? Roll it out. So all that changes is now we're going to make a pineapple one. It's really so disorganised. Where's the pineapple?
It's in the tin.
It's in the tin.
Is it in a tin?
Did you buy one?
Is it yeah, I bought one, I swear.
Oh, you don't like it.
It's in my bag. How about that? Hey? It's a train wreck, really. Alright, so we pour a carbohydrate in there. What sort of carbohydrate is this one?
Low.
Cool. About how much cups worth? Ryan?
Yeah, I'm seeing how many pieces you put in there.
About a cup worth. You think it's about a cup worth?
The other video says a feast.
That'll do. That'll do. Don't be obsessed with the exact amounts right there. Okay, second thing, what else has got to go into this? Protein powder. Cool, fantastic. Look at that protein powder. Cool. What else has got to go into this?
Liquid coconut.
Yeah,
Flex.
before that.
Oil. Flex.
Oat. Oatmeal, go into there. Where's the spoon? How much oatmeal do I put in? About that much. Do
Was
there.
that 3 tablespoons?
What's that?
Was that 3 tablespoons?
Hey?
How many tablespoons was that?
I put about 3 in there. Don't get too obsessed with the exact amounts because you can only fit so much in there.
I worry about the high
And
energy
then flax
carbs.
meal. But we just did a workout about an hour and a half ago, so we should metabolize it.
Yeah.
And what's the last thing that goes in there? Hey? Whatever you feel like.
It does, it's like
It's like something bad.
Alright, cool. Put the lid on it. So this is just ready. Alright, cool. So who wants some of this? Cool, I won't judge you if you had oats, don't tell your trainer. So, who wants some of that? Line up for that, and then we've also got this ready to have as well. Where's my plates?
Plates here, plates, serviettes, forks,
Yeah.
there.
Forgot to mention spoon. So, come up guys, who wants some stuff? So, which one do you want?
Who has a bacon? That's it. So argue.
Well, that's
Yeah, that's crazy.
Whoa, like some of this one. Some of these.
Sorry, I know it's weird.
Have a leaf.
Yeah.
Are you?
So then with the con carne, guys, what goes with the con carne up there? CK salad.
What's the cake salad, by the way?
It's in your thinking.
It's got all
It's pretty much all the fruits and stuff you see in CK. Vegetables and stuff you see in CK.
chickpea, capsicum, corn,
So that's what gets its
carrots,
name. So grab some salad as well. So you got that.
cucumber.
Yeah,
And
for
we've
sure.
put 4 beans in there, because they're kind of seed, I suppose. Can of beans.
Cannelloni beans is meant to go into it, but I just put 4 beans into
Yeah,
it.
cannelloni beans, that's it.
That looks like a video I saw the other day. It's raw
You want some of this here?
It's definitely
Alright, so back to our meal prep. We want to create lunch. So ideally you would have done this on a Sunday. Boom, put it into here, but we're doing it now. So it goes into our container.
spit one out. Oh, yeah, we didn't.
So
Alright, just tip some. Oh, there's a spoon. You've got to get into the it's
Do you need
beautiful.
this whole thing?
Yeah.
So then you've got lunch, organised. Where does that go?
In your
In your
bag.
bag.
Into our bag, through there. Ideally, perfect world, you would have pre-prepared it, you pull it out of your fridge, goes nice and neatly into your bag. Cool, what's the fourth meal?
You very
Very liquid meal. Now, I'm not going to create another very liquid meal. What I'm going to do is imagine that I've created my very liquid meal. Here's a rule of thumb if you're going to take a smoothie with you during the day. Do you know what the rule of thumb is?
don't leave it
Do
in
it
the
up
sun.
there.
Or leave it in the car.
Leave the liquid separate from
That's a good rule. Now, what's the rule of thumb?
Make it work.
No?
Is it leave the liquid separate? Or is that?
Don't put the protein in with it if you're going to drink it any more than 30 minutes later.
That sounds gross.
Did you do that?
Oh, wait, I've been doing everything wrong.
This is why you come to these things. So what you would do, in comes the trusty children's food container. So then I've got my berry minus my protein powder. Got this here. Pop that into there. That's how you would then take it to work with you.
Nice couch.
Can we go back on the replay?
So that would then go, boom, into the side of my thing, pop that wherever the hell it fits. Now, you've pretty much got with you now, at the end of the day, you're going to get probably meal 2, 3 and 4. Is that correct? You're going to come home for dinner. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but generally you're going to come home for dinner. So then we cook dinner up, so then you've got, how easy is this? If you had this, if I gave you every morning, here you go, there's your lunch for the day, how easy would it be? Pretty easy. How long did it really take me to do this? Hey?
Probably a little bit longer if it was chopping, right?
Yeah. Well, get someone else to chop it. Alright, so let's pack this one up. So last one we're going to create is the sand shoring. Now, does anyone want any more of this before? What's that got there? You watch that. Alright, so we'll push on a little bit. So next thing is while Adrian's washing that. Alright, so some sample meals. So here's an opportunity for each sort of meal of the day to get an idea of what you could have that's nice and easy. So sample breakfast. I know for everyone, breakfast is a hard time. We're getting up, pretty dazed and confused. Don't really want to know about cooking or preparing or doing anything that's quite challenging just yet before we've had our coffee. So first thing, like I said on the meal plan before, 2 or 3 boiled eggs, piece of fruit, couple of omega-3 caps. Probably the simplest, easiest breakfast you could ever have, but you're going to do that for the rest of your life, every day? Probably not. So, next thing is any liquid meal. Any form of liquid meal. So you could have a smoothie for breakfast, fantastic option. As you can see, the smoothies are very easy to make. Feel free to have a smoothie for breakfast. Nothing wrong with that. Next thing, you can have chopped strawberries with natural Greek yogurt through there. That's a Jonah one. Was it you, Mel, that asked about that? Yeah, what was the one you said? Chobani. Chobani one just as fine. Actually, I have to Google it when you message me. But Greek yogurt, natural, full fat, so the dark blue one, okay. Difference is, this has got, how many carbohydrates do you reckon this has in it?
6.
And you just walk around studying.
I have kind of an obsession with knowing what's in stuff, but
Yeah.
I just guessed that one.
You're 6.1, so you're
Oh my God.
pretty
Yes.
close. But with, like, say, your berry yogurt, okay, you're probably looking at around about 20, 25 grams of carbs. Would I be correct in saying that, Em? Give me my reference now.
I would have said 15.
50?
15.
15, yeah, probably 15. And then you
At your
right
own
up
berries.
until the yogos and stuff like that. That's when you're going to really get a heap of sugar and stuff like that. So full cream one, tastes really good.
Why full cream and not like that?
What do they do when they load the fat in something?
Add Add sugar.
Do you want to check out for those?
Yes.
No, up the sugar. No, up the sugar. Low in fat means high in sugar. Okay, so that low in fat is just sucking people that still have that mindset of 20 years ago when they used to promote low fat diets. People still stuck in that low fat, instant get that, well that's the right one to do. While people still get sucked that way, marketers will still put that on the front of their products. That's just as simple as it goes. As soon as we stop purchasing low fat products, they'll stop putting low fat products out there. You are the ones that make them do these things. Alright, you can have that. And then stepping it up for the people that want to take things to the next level, omelette with veggies and cottage cheese. Veggies, don't feel like vegetables, you can't eat them at breakfast. There's no rule that says you can't have vegetables at
Spinach
breakfast.
goes in omelette.
Someone's not going to come in your house with a shotgun and go, oh, you're having broccoli for breakfast? Not going to happen, guys. Feel free to eat vegetables at breakfast. I love to put cottage cheese on an omelette. Friggin' love cottage cheese.
With the omelettes, would you be better off just having egg whites?
Yeah, so the best way with the omelette, 1 to 2 eggs, generally 2 eggs, and then mixing your egg white in there. So egg white purely on its own, the yolk has a lot of vitamins and minerals in it, and that also helps with digestion of protein that's in the egg white. So it's sort of 2 for 1 deal, but you'll find that you have to, for lads, have to have a lot of eggs to get your protein intake. So 1 to 2 eggs and then mix egg white into it. That's the way to go. And then a vegetable frittata as well. Vegetable frittata is nice and easy for breakfast. Cool? So sample lunch. So sample lunch. Chili con carne, like we just made them. That's in your recipe thing there. Beef stir fry. 5-minute tuna cakes. That's once again any recipe. It's in there. That's just not, you know, chicken and vegetable stir fry and a curry in a hurry through there. Now, sample dinner would be chicken and beef stir fry, sanchoy bao, beef tacos or fajitas. Typically, most people exercise in the afternoon, so that means you can have carbohydrates at dinner. That's fine. For some of my clients, that's why they exercise around about 4 or 5 o'clock, so they can have carbohydrates at dinner. Deli-style wraps, spinach and chicken pancakes. And then some sample snacks, guys. Canned tuna or fish. Greek yogurt, berries, protein powder, all your smoothies are fantastic snacks. Tuna mix with CK salad and a small amount of low-fat dressing through there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Let's cook up dinner, sanchoy bao.
Brendan, do you think having smoothies, like, for every meal, different kinds, would be bad for your health?
No.
Okay, but it's just boring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to add anything? Any
Sorry,
questions or anything like that?
Yeah.
While I'm looking.
So if you were to, say like get a fillet of lamb or something like that and sear it and then just slice it up into 100-gram portions, is that instead of a tin of tuna?
Yep. Yep.
So any chicken feet, if you just prepare earlier.
Yep. 100%. 100%. I put tuna and fish down there a lot. I'm lazy with cooking. Like, if I have to prepare something for a long period of time, I'm not good. So I'm much more happy to have mackerel or something like that. Through there, I just need a quick rejig. Can someone pass me there? Oh, no. Just need a quick refresher. Something like that. Any other questions?
I have yet another one.
Yeah.
For the post workout meal, if you go like, I mean obviously it's okay to have low energy carbs whenever, but if you go to the letter, would you say that you're replacing the low energy carbs with the high energy, or do you just add the high energy carbs to the meal?
Add.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, definitely add. See, yeah, sorry, I sort of tuned in the tune out, so I was ready.
Sorry.
So you're talking about in the window?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have both low and high energy. Because low energy is, it's flattening out your sugar levels very low. Like that's still releasing 3-4 hours later.
I don't know if this one's relevant, but what exactly?
Can't hear you now, mate. You have to talk up.
I thought I was talking loud enough. What exactly should I do for like exercise Like, is there three cardio a week, say?
So it's high intensity interval training, weights training.
How many a week?
Hey?
How many a week? That's what I still don't know.
14 points worth.
3 to 5.
Each?
Hey?
Each?
Huh?
3 to 5 of cardio and?
3 to 5 a lot.
Okay, that's
More weights than cardio.
alright.
So 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 3 to 2, or 4 to 1.
Okay.
So say if you're doing three high intensity workouts a week, no matter if it's cardio or weight, I'd do 2 weights, 1 cardio. If you're doing 4, I'd do 3 weights, 1 cardio. If you're doing 5, I would do 3 to 2 if you're a beginner. If you haven't done weights training properly for any more than 6 months, I would do 3 weights, 2 cardios. If you've done weights training well for more than 6 months, I would do 4-1. And for someone that's probably been going for about 2 years, they could do 4-2 or 5-1. 5-1's hard though. As well as I do 4-1.
Something you said.
So what are you doing? Give me a rundown, Noel.
I'm doing 2 and 2.
2 and 2? Yeah. That's still alright. I would aim to go to 3 to 1 and then 3 to 2. So say we're in week 2 now, so keep it like that until week 4, and then in week 5 go 3 to 1, because weight training has a better impact on your metabolism. So go 3 to 1, and then at about week 6 or 7, go 3 to 2, and then from probably 8 onwards, go 4 to 1, last 2 weeks go 4 to 2. Hope that makes sense. Yeah.
Basically, stop away and cardio and then put to the weight.
Yeah. So you're getting your body sort of used to exercising more, because cardio's not, the thing with weights training, while it might not feel as hard as like a hard boxing session, it has more of an impact on your body. It has much more of an impact on like your neural system. Who's done a weight session about maybe 5 sets in, a little bit shaky, like that? Like if you're after legs, you might be shaking a bit. That's your neural system exhausted. Like that last week. That's your neural system just exhausted. So be mindful of that. Because I get lads coming in like, I want to do 5 weight sessions a week, I want to get jacked, I want to get huge. And they just, after about a month, they're cooked. Like they'll get sick, they'll get the flu, so much recovery involved. Like, yeah.
So how do we fix that then?
What do you mean?
What's the solution to that?
What's the solution?
Obviously less
Steroids.
workout though.
Steroids actually fixes that, that's what it does.
Is there a good recovery thing that,
Yeah, it's all about recovery. Yeah. So if you're going to exercise a lot, you've got to pay extra attention to your recovery. Yeah. Food's in the window, not having late nights, not drinking on the weekends, things like anything that's going to affect your recovery, you need to be right on top of it through there. And that's how, if you want to train 5-6 times a week, like you've got to accept that one big night out on the piss will get ruined, you get the flu, because that one night out didn't allow the recovery that was needed. Yep. But make sure, don't exercise any more than sort of 4 times in a row, like 3, 4 at the max, then have a day's rest, get a good sleep in, fully recover, so then you're good to go again. Like, it's all about recovery. And you look at, for example, like how AFL players are like playing a lot longer, like Boomer Harvey, 35, still super fast, and it's all because of his recovery. Like he's paying attention to his recovery after training and after games. Yeah. Your body's exactly like any athlete.
Is that the Sanchoy bar that you're making?
Yeah, Sanchoy bar.
I was wondering what that was. So I guess we'll find out.
1,000 steps.
Yeah.
Cardio or kind of both?
Cardio.
It is just pure cardio.
What do you, well, no, there's no way, it's not weights. So,
No, I know.
But it hurts your legs so much.
it hurts your legs. Look, anything that has to be, for something to be regarded as like weights training, like it has to be under 15 rep max. So how many steps you taking is 1,000 steps? 1,000, so that's like 1,000 rep max. Well, there you go, 2,000. So it's got to be under 15 reps max to be cut. So like if I take someone through a weight session, they're doing like 30 reps of something, I classify that as cardio. I don't classify that as weights because it's not having that effect on the muscles.
Will we do that as a group?
What's that?
Will we do the 1,000 steps as a group? I know my mum's in the emotions, so
It's too tricky, it's too much risk.
yeah.
Alright, who wants some Sandchoy Bale? Sandchoy Bale. Sandchoy Bale.
Someone has watercress, would that be high or low?
Watercress.
Cress.
Watercress.
Low.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's something you would normally put in sector.
Yeah.
Eating rolls. So who wants some of this? Yeah, step up.
Yeah.
Which one's on, Adrian? Right, let's see.
Yeah, pretty much just chop it up, put it in there.
So,
That's a nice crunch,
maybe
isn't
let's
it?
cut.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Yeah. Or I sometimes just toast off some quinoa as well and put it in, gives it a nice crunch to it.
Maybe
as
more?
well.
Oh, plenty of it.
really try and keep it.
Yummy. Put it on my lap and my sandwich choy, what do they call it? Yeah.
We'll put up this in the lotus cups and then
You can put that in your Thermomix, Laura.
this. You know, my favourite is too good.
I need to get people.
Oh,
Have you seen the catering shows Thermomix review? You
Yeah.
have to Google on YouTube, the catering show.
Hilarious. Did they slag it? Can?
No, it's a two feeders.
oh yes, the ladies, they're hilarious.
One makes one not, one makes one.
Anyone else?
Yeah, that's very funny. But they've got them on show now, like, MasterChef has them, all the major chefs have them. Zumbo has a plate, egg on his shop to do his ganaches, and so everyone has them.
Everyone
I'll
wants to
try
sound
it.
like
I'll
that.
have a sandwich without
I forgot garlic clove. I forgot all the little things, but till you get the gist of it, that's what. As long as you get the gist of it all, that's what I want you to get at tonight. Correct. Pretty much. Do you want something? Okay. Yeah. Alright, let's push it on. And also, I'm the biggest fan of last night leftovers. Like, the simplest way is if you made dinner and then you made enough for lunch the next day, and then you pre-cook breakfast early in the week, like a frittata or something like that, all you would really need to think about is your snacks. Realistically, that's all you would need to think about. If you're cool with having leftovers from last night for lunch the next day, I don't see why not. That would be one of the easiest ways to go about it. Alright, so the top 10 time savers. So first thing is conquer the supermarket. So where's all the good stuff in the supermarket? On the outside. If you made it a rule of thumb that I never walk down an aisle in the supermarket, you would get in really good shape. You'd get in
You'd never get any coconut.
I know you wouldn't. But look, you just eat heaps of fruit and vegetables and stuff like that. Yeah, so like I said, you're going to get about 80 to 90% of your produce. Look, my 2 tips is find a really good fruit and veg shop. The one in Chenside Park Shopping Centre is a fantastic fruit and veg shop. It's about half the price of Coles Safeway. Like, if you get your fruit and veg from Coles Safeway, you're getting ripped off. It's so much cheaper. And then Terry's Meat, Moomba. Once again, find a butcher, find a really good fruit and veg shop. You'll save so much money on food than going to Coles or Safeway. And never go hungry to the supermarket. What happens when you go hungry to the supermarket? Chips, chockies, lollies, all the good stuff. Because you're hungry. Step 2, the shop and chop. So as you can see, Adrian did a fantastic job at shop and chop. How easy was it for me when I had everything chopped up, ready to put in there? So what a lot of people tend to do, as soon as you get back from your shopping, don't just pop it in the fridge straight away. Chop it all up and put it into containers so it's there ready to go when you create your meals, so you don't have to chop. Because realistically, chopping is 80% of the time done cooking, really. Through there, meal size containers, so like I said before, no ifs or buts about it, must have anywhere between 5 to 15 meal size containers in your pantry. Okay, like that, and then on top of that, the 3-pack bag or the 6-pack bag. I highly recommend. Probably 2 or 3 of you who actually go out and get it. I wish all of you would go out and get it. I don't make any money.
What website are they on?
Oh, I can't remember. ISO bag. I got that from the fella. You know where Energy Gym is on Canterbury Road? Yeah. If you walk into that gym, there's a bloke that actually owns a protein shop. That's walking the door. It's on the left. You actually don't need to go into the gym. He's got supplements and he's got those bags there. They're $80 for me, so you can just run in there.
6-pack online as well.
6-packer online, yeah. If you Google ISO bag or 6-pack bag, they'll figure it out. MP omelette, which is in your recipe thing there. Fantastic way to make breakfast. Yeah. End of the day, the omelette's probably the go-to. I know I said liquid meals and stuff like that. Are still fantastic, but omelettes are definitely the go. Through there, punch on. The slow cooker. Who's got a slow cooker? Yeah. How easy is it to cook with a slow cooker? Yeah. Take advantage of it. Now you understand the principles. Meat, some sort of meat, first-class protein, low-energy carbohydrates, or how many stews and stuff pretty much consist of meat and vegetables. Really, really easy. Pushing on, George Foreman grill, great way, particularly if you want to go towards that more just chicken and vegetable way of eating. I know some are definitely the bodybuilder sort of guys prefer to eat that way. The George Foreman grill, fantastic way to cook a whole heap of chicken breasts or steaks or something like that, if you're cool with just eating absolutely plain. Magic bullet, this thing is a must, or if you've got whatever other variations there is, but if you're using a blender to make your smoothies, like you're going to get over it very, very quickly. You're just going to get over it. Huge supply of shaker bottles. As many as you can. Every time you go to a supplement shop, ask them, can I please have a free shaker bottle? They tend to give you one. And a barbecue. Who likes barbecue? Yeah. What do you tend to cook on barbecues?
Everything.
Me. First class protein. Fantastic one. And just a couple of things before we finish it off. The plan is the most important thing. Plan is the most important thing. Planning out your exercise for the week, planning out your nutrition for the week. Because nobody ever wrote down a plan to be broke, fat, lazy or stupid. Those are things that happen when you don't have a plan. Okay? Write down your plan. It's got to be attached to your life. Cool? Imperfect action is always better than perfect procrastination. You're never ever going to get this 100% perfect. Get okay with it. Get okay with it. If you're striving to get it perfect, you're just going to burn out and have enough and give up. Okay? Just get it good enough. You right?
She's kicking it off.
Just get it good enough. As time goes on, you'll get better at it, you'll get better at it. As the months and the years pass, you'll get better at it. But don't try and get it perfect, because perfection is bullshit. Okay? Imagine if I said, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna create a 12-week challenge so I get absolutely everything perfect. Was tonight perfect? No, friggin' Adrian was late, didn't have that, forgot my memory card, you know, fell all over the place. Doesn't have to be perfect, but did you just get something out of tonight? Yeah, I took imperfect action. Okay, it's good enough, I'm just going to take action now. Okay, and remember why you're doing this. Okay, those goals, why you decided to start the 12-week challenge. Remember those goals, write them down, have them around, constantly remind yourself, what's the deeper reason you're doing this, okay? And just because you had a bad day, bad week, you're going to have bad days, okay? You're going to have bad weeks. You know the option if you throw in the towel. You know what happens there. You know that path, okay? You may as well stick on the path, okay? Do the hard yards and keep going if you've already started, you see? Because there's never going to be a perfect stretch of time. There's never going to be 12 weeks in your life where no one's birthday's on, there's going to be no stress, work's going to be nice and easy, okay? Shit's going to happen. There's never going to be 12 weeks of time where it's going to be perfect. So take that imperfect action, okay? Just get used to things coming your way, jumping over these obstacles, these distractions, and keep pushing forward. Cool? And if we wait until we're ready, we'll be waiting the rest of our lives, guys. And I think that is about it. Cool. Any questions?